liked everybody. I wasn't in a clique in high school. I liked everybody. It's not, it's easier that way. No drama. It's like it's much easier just to be friends with everybody.
Everybody wants to be your friend, Cheryl.
Oh. Yeah. Well, you have such an open kindness. It's just like, I always feel like when I'm with you, I'm like, and carry that through my day.
I feel like most people say that, like, why are you, I'm like, I think I'm just tired. I think all the time, like, I think I just don't have the energy. My friend Jeff Hancock at River North would be like, okay, you guys, this is Cheryl, like, freaking out. You guys, I am totally freaking out right now. It was like the joke, but I was always very even, but I was like, God, maybe I need to figure out how to have some more emotions. Like, be a little more hyper. I don't know. I think that the people I surround myself are so brilliant and colorful and funny and like big personalities that I never felt like I had to. I'm not going to compete with that, but I did enjoy so much being there with those kinds of people. I think that really fed me. And that dancing in a company of 24 people from all over the world. You get so many different cultures, so many different accents, so many different flavors. It's just so much fun to be in that world, and just be there. You don't have to do anything. I think that's what I remember most about Hubbard Street is just the people. Be happy, happy, happy,
Cheryl Mann was on the creative team for NBC Universal's Little Big Shots featuring Steve Harvey and was the associate choreographer of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory live at the Hollywood Bowl. She is an incredible mom, artist. She's a photographer. She is Joffrey Ballet's premier photographer. She was a huge star at Hubbard Street Dance Company. I remember hearing her name well before I met her. She is now the associate dean at CalArts. She's just one of the most lovely, beautiful, sweet people I've ever known.
Cheryl's always carries that wonderful, giving, loving vibe. I think people are magnetized to her.
100%.
And it just feels good, right? Don't you feel like we talked about that feeling like you have that vibe with Cheryl? And
Cheryl has a way about her that makes everyone feel calm. And yeah, I don't know how she does it, but it's an incredible quality that she has that is just warm, loving, open, confident, secure. She's a gem.
She is.
And I'm so honored that we have her here on the pod today. Let's dive in.
Oh my gosh, I feel like I haven't seen you in forever.
And you're like, I've never seen you before in my life. It's nice to meet you,
Nice
Cheryl.
to meet you too.
I'm so excited to talk to you today and get to know you. You have like such this crazy, interesting life.
I don't know. This is what we do. So it feels crazy, but it also feels really natural.
Cheryl, you are one of the most humble, beautiful souls.
It's so true.
You're so humble. And when I saw your face, I almost started crying. So I cried today. It's okay, because that's what this podcast's for.
I know. It's too long, Cherice. We need to go on another hike, get lost. We will.
Wow. Where are you right now? Are you in LA?
I am. I'm at home. It's spring break, so my kids are here. The world is here. My husband works from home. My dog is here, so we're just kind of all here.
Wow. I mean, kudos to you for doing this during your spring break with everyone.
It's okay.
No, that's the thing.
I'm not on spring break. I have another couple weeks, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you feeling that with your spring break, not having a spring break when your kids have spring break? Do you start to feel like you need the break?
I would love to be able to take off and go somewhere with the kids, and during their spring break also is during our spring reviews. So I'm even at work longer because it's a 9 to 5, 4 days in a row, and 2 of them fall within their spring break starting tomorrow. So it never lines up quite right. But
the lining up would be helpful.
Can you share with our listeners a little bit what you're doing right now? I mean,
sure.
With CalArts.
Yes.
I mean, you do so many things, and we're going to dive into that. But
okay. Well, right now I am the assistant dean at CalArts of the dance school, and I teach advanced ballet, and I'm in charge of the fourth year experience, which is probably the most exciting part for me because I get to get all their ducks in a row before they graduate. Their headshots, their video reels, guest speakers, mock auditions, and we talk about invoices, we talk about resumes, and then I get to curate their final performance, which is at Red Cat downtown. So it's sort of their capstone performance of their 4 years, and I get to engage with choreographers and, match make a little bit for depending on the strengths of our students and their interests and who they want to work with, and I get to sort of cultivate that show, which is really, really, really rewarding in the end and emotional for me because then we send them off into the world.
Do you feel a motherly connection, like in terms of your role, and you feel like your role as a mom has helped you in this role in your job?
I think so. I think that it makes them feel comfortable with me. They've called me their mom many times, and I don't know if that's ideal. I'm their dance mom at school, but I don't know if that's ideal. I do love taking care of them. I do believe in each one of them, so it's easier for me. But I also treat them as if they were my company of dancers. It's the senior class, dwindles each year depending on people getting injured, people getting jobs, people having a change of heart as to what they want to focus on. So it's becomes this little intimate group that I get to work with that last year, and I'm really trying to show their strengths, and I'm trying to put on the best show we can and take the audience on a little journey. So I do treat them as a dance company all year, and I hold them to the standards. You have to be in rehearsal. You have to be on time. You have to apply yourself. You have to take class. You have to be prepared mentally. Your personal practice, goes into your professional practice afterwards. So that's all the things that we work on.
It's so beautiful that you're at a point in your life, and I feel similar, like where we can really give back in a different way.
Yeah.
Education, higher education, it's just so important.
Yeah.
And the industry is changing so quickly. I think they're very lucky to have you. And you, I saw one of the Red Cat performances. I wanted more. It was beautiful. It was so inspiring. You did an incredible job, of course, because you're Cheryl Mann. But it just looping it into motherhood. There's been a couple shows that you've invited me to that have been like on a Tuesday or Wednesday night, and I have texted you every single time. I'm going to see if I can get.
Yes. I will always ask.
I'm going to see if I can get a babysitter. I'm going to see. And like for me, especially right now as a single mom, on Tuesday, and I remember texting you saying, could it not be on a Friday or Saturday? Like
you did.
Wednesday, I have to take my kids to their lessons, and it's so hard.
I know.
Yeah. Never just a yes, and here's my +1.
No. And similar to that, Cherice, but opposite, because my daughter is in its club soccer. So every weekend we're on a tournament somewhere.
I want to jump in here because I saw your Instagram and I was like, yes, we need to talk about the club travel.
I love it so much.
I'm in it too. Do you love it? Are you super into it?
I love it because our group of parents is amazing, and that makes all the difference. So it's, it's kind of like being on tour as a dancer, but I don't have any of the responsibility of performance. It's like they're performing and we're just rooting for them. And I think it's amazing what they can do.
You're scrubbing uniforms at 5 a.m.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right, you're making the PB&Js at 5 a.m. for the day once you're done and done. That's so cool.
I have picky eaters, so I have to do that anyway. Anywhere we go, anytime, I have to always have food on hand because there's no restaurant we can go to and just sit down and eat. I wish.
Well, it's also costs like $1 million for every meal, so it's not practical for most families, right?
True.
But do you? So this is your oldest daughter who's playing club soccer? Okay.
Yes.
And this is what she wants to do in college, or if she's going to college.
Actually, I don't know. We've been talking about it a little bit. She's an incredible artist. Her artwork is insane. She didn't get any of this from me. Drawing, like she can draw these likenesses of these musical artists that she likes. Tyler the Creator, A$AP Rocky. I don't know. She draw, and they're so in detail and they're sketched. They're just in this. It's like almost chicken scratch, but it's so detailed. It's so effortless, and the shading and everything, I'm just like, what do we do with that? You know?
Wow.
And it's been such a personal thing for her that when she goes, you know, she's really social and fun, but she's also very private. And for the longest time, she didn't share any of the drawings with us. And I think now through showing her friends and getting more confidence with it, she's been a little bit more open. She'll post on an Instagram story, but it always goes away, you know, but she's kind of personal about it. So I'm trying to figure out if she'd want to nurture that or not, if it's just
and share
personal.
it with the
Yeah,
world
it's like journaling.
Right. Yeah. Right.
I love it for her. I love that. So I don't really
It's
know.
like such a great outlet for her.
Yeah. And then she's amazing in school also. She's just applies herself, you know, that she has straight A's. So I think she can go in many directions, and it'll be interesting to find out which one she takes, because she's in high school next year, and I'm freaking out about it.
Oh gosh,
He's
right.
fine.
So we all have, our kids are all similar in age, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Right. Oh,
I have a 7th and an 8th grader.
Okay.
And they're 100% different humans. So it's fun. You too. Yeah. I grew up together. Yeah.
I wonder if you could talk on it, is how so I feel like I'm always personally, I push my children I see them have a spark and I'm like, well, let's go see if there's something for you to do. And I remember you always being like this, where you see what they like, and you're like gentle and like encouraging, but you don't, I feel like I like tiger mom it immediately. And I'm like, I like how you nurture, like the way you even just talked.
But I question that too, because there's a fine line of quitting something. And had I gotten my way when I was younger, I would never have danced. My mom, every year, you know, I was like, I think I'm done. I think I don't want to dance again. She's like, let's go, put on your tights. Like, there was no conversation, none. Yeah. And her point was that she wanted me to have good posture. She wanted me to have good discipline. She wanted to dance. She was very adamant about that. Even though it was one day a week, it was ballet. I was also in baseball, like co-ed, and I loved that. I ran track. I was, you know, kind of more a tomboy growing up. I wore all my brother's hand-me-down clothes. Like, I was very scruffy, and we grew up in Knoxville, Tennessee, single mom. So it was just, she was very much like, no, you're doing this, and you're because you can, and you have a flexible back. And you know, it was never a question of whether I would be going to dance again or not. So, but I saw something different with my niece. She's now 30. That she was dancing when she was younger. And my mom always started all the kids in dance. So my sister, my niece, me, and she went. By the time she got to be 8 years old, she just didn't want to do it anymore. She wanted to quit. And you know, her dad is very, very sweet and gentle giant. And they let her quit. But when she was 16, she was asking me, "How can I think I want to dance at Disney. Like, how can I?" And I was like, I don't think you can just do that. You know, you had to have been training. And it was a tough conversation, but it's what if I had stayed in dance? What if she had stayed in dance? Would she have had a dance career? She's now doing great as a speech pathologist. She's fine. She's doing great. Yeah. But I do wonder this for my kids, like, how much do you push them into something, and how much do you let it be an organic thing that they find? But a lot of times I find they do need direction. They do need encouragement. They do need the what if conversation. So I always tell her, you don't have to keep playing soccer. There was a point where she wasn't super excited about going to practice or doing anything extra outside on off days, or, you know, you get to a certain level and as you know, they're taking all these private lessons, and they're every waking day. And I'm like, we're not doing that. We're going to fall behind. But I took the pressure off of her and said, if this isn't something you feel passionate about, you can always stop. And I think giving her that permission to know that she could stop made her want to do it more. You know, so it wasn't something she was doing for me or her dad, who is also one of her coaches, but she knows that she has the agency to stop if she wants to, and we won't feel any differently about her. You know,
maybe that's the answer. Maybe that's the way, is like giving them agency. Like, it also depends on the kid, right? Like, I know my oldest, I have to keep very busy because enters him.
Yeah.
But my youngest, that doesn't fly. But I like what you're saying about giving them the option. And I think like it does make sense. And, you know, I think kids do like choice, but then you're right. I think like in some situations they need some push or they need some direction or they need someone to tell them this is what we have to do.
Right.
So,
They can get a little lost. Yeah.
Can I ask you, Cheryl, and this
Yeah.
is a very blanket question, but how do you do it all? Sorry, that's just, how do you do it all? Because you are an incredibly established, talented, amazing photographer. You are the assistant or associate dean, right? You are
Assistant dean.
You are the assistant dean at CalArts. You are a mom going to soccer tournaments on the weekends. I admire people like you so much. I don't know, how do you manage to take care of yourself, to take care of your children and also work and not literally fall apart?
That's a good question. You know, I don't do things that don't feed me in a certain way. And I think that everything that I do is an outlet to the other thing that I do, to the other thing. Being a mom is an outlet to photography. Photography is an outlet from dance. So when I go to Chicago and I shoot the Joffrey, I am leaving CalArts and I'm not thinking about it. I'm going to do that and I'm hands-free, you know, children-wise. Like I'll hear about any drama, but I'm there, and you know that's my time to go and focus on something else that I love to do. And when I'm at work, I'm immersed in the students and the culture and what I'm doing at work. And when I'm home, I leave that there. And it's something I had to learn, not to take things home with me. At CalArts, we are all mentors. We are assigned students. We have 7 students each that we kind of guide through their 4 years. And we, you know, it can be heavy at times listening, and there's a lot of pressures on 20-year-olds these days, and just kids in general with, you know, their access to social media and the pressures that they put on themselves and what they find to be important or validating. The dancers have that, you know, times 10 because they're in front of a mirror. They're worried about graduating, getting jobs. They're seeing themselves next to someone else. They're being told and given notes every day. It's that balance of how to be there for them, hold something for them, and then give it back. And I think that's something I had to learn, is not to carry everything with me everywhere I go. So I have a lot of things to focus on, and it's refreshing in a way. So it doesn't feel overly taxing to go and do lots of different things. That actually, if I was doing the same thing all the time, I think it would feel very heavy. But I always tell dancers, you have to have an outlet to dance. You have to go home and not think about dance, not watch dance, not, you know, you have to go do something else. Just be a pedestrian, like be a person, be a regular person. I mean, dancers aren't regular people, I know, but sometimes they have to be, like, they have to just not be a dancer for a while. And I think it makes them a bit more grateful when they can be. You know?
And a better layered artist, right? This think tank of life I always go back to, you know, which is just like books and movies and nature, you know, like what is that? And relationships and your community and giving back and all of these things that you bring into your life that enhance ultimately your artistry, you know?
And I always have I tell myself I will only do something as long as I enjoy doing it. So if it becomes something that feels, you know, toxic or not healthy, then it's time to do something else. And
how quick are you out on that? Do you give it a minute? How quick are you out on that stuff? Are you an instant, or do you give it some time to you know, you just know?
You know, but I also, I'm lucky in a sense that I haven't experienced it a lot. I've seen it with other people, but I have been really fortunate, I think, in my path, that I've always enjoyed what I've done. I've always enjoyed the people that I'm with. Maybe there's that one outlier that's just a pain, you know, but everybody, there's always one, right? It also teaches you just how to get along with people and how to be aware of everybody's what the energies that everyone's brought into the room. Everyone's in a different place every day. Everyone's come from a different morning, a different, series of events. So you have to be sensitive sort of to where everyone is each day. And I think that makes things easier of just allowing people to have a bad day. And it's not us. It's not me. It's, you. How can I support you? Do you need a hug today, or do you just need space? Like it's like that kind of respect for each other can go really far.
Creative Mamas Unplugged is produced by Breatheasy Productions with music by Jeremy Jurin. If you enjoyed this episode, please don't forget to give my mama 5 stars and keep coming back. Thanks to us kids, there are plenty of stories to tell, and you are not alone.
We are inspired by you. Thank you for joining our Creative Mamas community. Support Creative Mamas Unplugged on Patreon to get your name in the credits, receive extra content, and earn some fun prizes. With this, we can keep creating, uplifting, and growing this incredible community together. We love you so much. Applause!